Hi guys, AFL here, and today I'm going to be doing my round 11 review. So in this round I got a score of 2,056, which is pretty good in the top 7%. But I think that's mainly because I wasn't really affected that much by the bye, as the only real good player that I had out was Whitfield. So my total season rank now is almost up to the 10,000 mark, which is really good, and that will be my aim for the rest of the season. So let's get into the team. And just a quick thing that I want to mention, I haven't put as much effort into the video this time, and I haven't really got a script or anything, and I apologize for that. And that's mainly just because I got really caught up in the trades that I was gonna do, because obviously if you've seen my other video, I'm bringing Dawn out, so I was just too focused on that. And so the new format that we've been doing the last few weeks, with each game being reviewed, unfortunately, we're not going to have that this week. Instead, we're just going to review each player from defenders to forwards. So first up, Sicily. He got 97, which isn't too bad, but he played like a bit of forward, which wasn't great for his score, but hopefully he'll be back to his best. And I mean, I'm not trading him. He's going to be one of the top defenders, probably second top after Lloyd. So yeah, no concerns there really. Ridley 124, really excellent score, shows what he can do. I think the highest score since I've got him in, so I'm really happy with that. So Crisp got 109, really good considering the last few weeks haven't been great, but yeah, I'm happy with that. And Stewart 100, didn't blow the world away, but honestly, I'll take 100 any day, especially for what I got him for. Doherty got 70, which is honestly really disappointing, but I just really want to keep him because I don't want to be trading too many premiums out just so that I can finish my team. So then Noble 89, he's looked really impressive, so impressive that I might be thinking about having him in my end team. And even if I'm not, I wouldn't really be looking to trade him because I think he can still go up even more. Then onto the bench, we have Rivers, who finally got playing again, and scored 54, which is, honestly, it's not that great, but at least he's playing and earning a big cash, so we can trade him out later. And yeah. So then onto Scholl, who scored 71, which is really impressive. I'm really happy with that pick. Now onto the midfield. So first I've got Neil, 167. Honestly, I'll just check because I'm pretty sure everyone should have him. What are you doing if you don't have him? His ownership is actually only 55%. So honestly, I don't even know. I'm not sure if it's worth getting him now, but I don't know why only 55% of people have him. If you don't have him, comment down below. But yeah, everyone should have him. Same with McRae. I think it's still worth bringing in McRae now. Because he is a slight bit cheaper than Neil. But yeah, everyone should have brought in McRae. But honestly, I shouldn't have started McRae. I could have picked him up. I think he went down to almost 500. So if you did pick him up when he was at that low price, comment down below because you're an absolute genius. Then Oliver, 137. I'm happy that I picked him up at the start of the year because he has been a really good pick, scoring 205 last year. So that's really great. Onto Tom Mitchell, scored 102, which is a slight bit disappointing, but honestly, I'll take that. I think he's still gathering a fair few disposals. He just needs to work on his ball use. Then Cripps, he isn't performing too well this season, but I think he's just a beast of a player, and I think he can do better. Bailey Smith, I think he played a bit of wing. If he plays in the centre more, it's really just down to luck and what the coach chooses. But if he plays in the centre, gets those centre bounces, I really think that he can be averaging 100. But yeah, 68's disappointing. Played a lot of the game on the wing. But yeah, that's just bad luck. Pickett scored 48. I'm definitely trading him out. He's been a really good pick and has earned a lot of cash. Bell obviously didn't play, but obviously is a rookie who's going to earn a bit of cash. And then Simpson, interestingly, was actually managed, so at least he wasn't omitted, but it just puts a bit of doubt in my mind because I'm not sure if he's injured. Yeah, I basically hate seeing that players are managed just because I'm so unsure of what's going to happen. So Boderick got 34. Just hasn't been scoring that well, honestly, and I think I'll have to trade him out. Close, 68, not that great, but still has a fair bit of cash to earn. Gorn obviously didn't play because he was managed. I'll come back to him because obviously he's a main part of our video today, and we'll be going over who we're going to trade him for. Then Grundy 100, not great but not horrible, and then Draper, really annoyingly, was actually managed, which honestly just puts me in a lot of doubt, because obviously if I do trade Gorn, I'm going to need both Grundy and Draper playing. Otherwise I'll have to get another ruckman, which I mean isn't too bad, but I'd prefer not to. Petrarca 160. I'm really happy that I picked him at the start of the season. He's been such a gun this year. Yeah, just really good breakout season for him. Dusty, you've got to take 74, because you know that he can score those 150s. He's not the most consistent player, but he's definitely really well worth having in your Supercoach. And I think, yeah, he's a pretty good pick at the moment. Whitfield, obviously didn't play, but yeah, I mean, if you don't have him in your forward line, I'd consider picking him up, if you have enough cash. But yeah, I don't think he'll set the world alight, but I think he's going to be pretty solid. Simpkin scored 74. I was really hoping for better from him, but if he can just return to his, like, he was averaging like 125 for a little bit at the start of the year. If he can return to that, that'd be really good because he is an absolute bargain at the moment. And when I bought him as well. Rankin 85, really good. He's going to earn a lot of cash, and basically same for Georgiades. Apart from, yeah, Georgiades hasn't been as good, but hasn't been too bad either. Sam Sturt, I think, yeah, this was a bit of a mistake pick from me. I'm not sure if he is going to come back from his ankle injury or not, and if he's even going to get a spot. And then Zeri obviously didn't get a spot. But yeah, so that's basically the team. I'll quickly take you through a watch list and a chopping block that I made. So obviously watch list is people we want to get in, and chopping block is people who we want to get out. So obviously Bytel, rookie for St Kilda, had his debut game, scored really well, 74 or something, so definitely want to get him in. Canelio, I think he's quite cheap at the moment. He's already had his bye, and I think he's got GWS have a pretty good run home, so he should be good. Fife is obviously heavily discounted for what he can do, so I'd really like him as well. Laddams, I think he's a really good choice in the ruck, and I'm pretty sure he has like a negative break even, but yeah, so he should be a good replacement for Gorn. But I might trade him back to Gorn later as well, and he will earn a lot of cash. So if I do decide to do that, Yeah, that would be handy. And then Laird also, I think he has a break even 14 or something. He scored 185 with a new role in midfield. But honestly, I'm not really sure how I'm going to get the cash to get him in, so that might be a hard decision. So who's on the chopping block? So Gorn definitely, as I went over before in my other video, definitely watch that. If you want me to go more in depth about this Gorn trade. And then Pickett, he's obviously reached his maximum price pretty much. Noble, I mean, if I really do need the cash, he's on the chopping block, but I would prefer not to. Butterick, also reached his maximum price, I think. And then Simpson, obviously being managed. I'm not sure about that. If he's going to play, or it's a bit in doubt for me. So anyway, onto the trades. So obviously we're getting Gorn out. I'll show you a few different possibilities for trades that we can have. So in both of these trades, Butterick and Pickett are the players who we trade out. So we've got two trading options. One is the one where we have Laddams to cover in the ruck. So Laddams, he goes in. We want Cornelio. And then obviously I'm not quite sure about Cornelio or Fife. I think I've just picked Cornelio purely because I think Fife is a little bit of a worry with a few injuries. But yeah, it's really 50-50. And Cornelio is about 20,000 cheaper as well. So that's just added bonus. And then obviously by Tell, I think he could be really important for some good cash generation. So for these trades, I think the upside of this is that Laddams can cover in the ruck in case Draper doesn't play, and Laddams is also a really good stepping stone back to Gorn if I do want it. I might not, but if I do, it's really easy to get back to Gorn. And then so the other trading possibility is instead of Laddams, I go Fife. So obviously I switch a few players around and I can go Fife. So I think this the advantages of this is that it really helps my end team, as in I think I would only need 3 or 4 more upgrades to actually get a solid end team if I do this trade. But obviously the downside is that if Draper doesn't play, we're getting a 0 in the rucks. And honestly, I just don't want to take that risk. So what I'm going to do is I am going to go for the original trade. I'm getting Laddams in. I'm not sure many people's opinions on Laddams. I'm not sure how consistent he's going to be. And I was thinking about Nick Nat, but Laddams just saves a bit of cash. And as you can see, 230 available cash. I can hopefully use that to, well, at least I'm planning to use that to upgrade to, say, a 5 next round. So that's basically what I'm going to do. And now, what I'm going to do real quick is just show you what I'm going to do for my vice captain loophole. So I'm going to have Neil as vice captain. I think versing, I don't want to say for North fans, a weak midfield, but not the best midfield in the comp. He could be really good, and he is in great form. And then later on in the week, McRae plays against Adelaide, who also have not the best midfield, but I mean, Laird in there now isn't bad. But yeah. Sorry about that. I had to do a bit of a quick cut there because for some reason you can only record for 15 minutes maximum. But whatever, we'll continue. Obviously, Neil and McRae, captain, vice captain for the rest of the year. I think they're really great options. And then obviously Zeri and Sturt, we can sub like that. Because obviously they're not playing. I can switch them to captain, say if Neil plays well, and then just put, if Neil doesn't play well, just chuck the captain back on McRae. If you know, that's basically how the vice captain loophole works. And now for the emergency loophole. I don't think we have a heap of this emergency loophole going on because obviously you need at least one player on your bench playing, or and as well at least one player on your bench not playing as well. So for this, I think we can assume, I suppose, that Simpson isn't playing because he got managed, or at least we can hope we can do that for the loophole. So what I'm going to do is, because Bell is playing on Thursday night, we can use him as the emergency, and if he plays well, I can keep Simpson here, and when Simpson doesn't play, Bell can obviously go onto the ground. Obviously go onto the ground. Whereas if he doesn't play well, I can sub Vitel on. And then, if I find that Simpson is actually playing, I think he's a really good player and it's safe to field him anyway. But so basically, those have been my trades. I'm sorry about that. I think I accidentally clicked Vital for a second. But just quickly, I'd like to go through my plans, or basically what I have left to do in this season in terms of upgrades and stuff. So I think the backline is almost settled. I think I was looking at getting Lloyd before, but I think that's pretty unachievable, especially at his price at the moment, like 660k at least. I'm not sure exactly. But yeah, I think Noble won't be bad in defense. I think if he scores, he's definitely scored 100 a few times, and he can be alright. I think I'm gonna need. I think I want to put Bailey Smith back into the forward line, simply because I don't think we really have too many options with forwards. So that means I have to have 2 more premium midfielders. Hopefully one of them can be Fife, and the other one I'm not really sure. Maybe Danger Bontempelli. But yeah, I'm not really sure on that yet. Any suggestions in the comments, I'd be more than happy to read over. As you know, I reply to each one. Rucks, obviously, I might keep Laddams and I might trade him back up to Gorn. That obviously depends on how quickly Gorn gets over his injury and if Gorn gets back to his best when he's playing again. But I think it's pretty safe having Laddams for now, because even if Gorn does play, Laddams will shoot up with his negative break even, and Gorn will go down with his break even of 241. So then Petrarca. Sorry, not Petrarca. My rookies in the forward line. I think obviously I need one more premium, because I'm gonna hopefully switch Bailey Smith back in. And for that, I'm not really sure who I'm gonna get yet, but yeah, hopefully another mid-pricer. And I think I definitely won't be trading in too many more rookies, because if I add it up real quick, I think I've got the cash for that's 3 more premiums. Or well, technically 4 if you count Laddams to Gorn, but that shouldn't be too much. Because say 300 from Rankin, another 300 from Georgiades. That's 600. Another 300 from Simpson. Hopefully Bell Close and Vital can add up to at least 300-400. And then obviously Rivers and Scholl, another 400 hopefully. And that, I'm not quite sure that, but that's definitely going to be enough for 3 more premiums. But anyway, that's the end of the video. I really hope you enjoyed, and if you watched all the way through, I don't know, comment I watched all the way through or something, so that I know. Because thank you so much if you did. Please like and subscribe, and thanks for watching.